I'm Leighanne and today's class is brought to you by Private English Class. I thought today we could have a look at leadership skills for students where English is a second foreign language, while you're at work or if you're in a professional format or environment. I thought to help to define what is leadership. So you may have a leadership role over people whose English is way better than yours. They could even be native English speakers. But don't worry, you know the words that you need to say. You are confident and fluent in English, and it's not just what you say, it's how you say it with passion and drive, and your leadership qualities will come through regardless if English is not your first language. And leadership is basically leading by example. I thought some key vocab would be useful to discuss here in regards to leadership. So words like tact, teamwork, knowledgeable, encouraging, fair, planning meeting and things that those involved in leadership would often need to be doing, accountability, appraisals would often be a necessary thing to do on a regular basis of your team, work assessments, management meetings, assertiveness training, and forging teams as well. So these are some of the vocabs that may be heard around or said if you're in leadership. And some of the qualities too that you may be described as in English would be to lead by example, calm, a clear plan, positive outlook, noble, self-control, tenacious, trustworthy, understanding and wise. So those are some of the vocab and those are some of the qualities that may be linked to someone in leadership. And also some qualities to avoid would be being abusive, aggressive, dictatorship, like a bully, egotistic, hostile, rigid, impolite, malicious, selfish, unfair, ignorant, indifferent, or insulting to your team. And possible questions that you may be asked if you're in a leadership role could be things like if you're in a sales and marketing environment, could be like how can we improve our weekly sales? How can we improve our weekly retail turnover on a Saturday? Other things could be what training can we provide for our staff so they can give a better customer service, and also what areas can we improve sales and by what methods, what products do we need to push more to get more business and customers in through the door or onto the website. Another question in leadership, if you need to work with different styles and types of people, could be how can we improve our multi-agency working relationship. And then these are different areas that you would need to know about all those qualities and vocab that I spoke about earlier. And these are possible questions that may be given around if you're in leadership in a retail environment, in a sales environment, in an office-based environment or an investment environment. These may be questions or qualities that people may expect from you and questions that you may have to ask or answer to. And another point as well, which would be good, is when talking about leadership, it's good to have a refresher on phrasal verbs, which is when you've got a verb and a preposition or an adverb after it. So say, for example, you've got the verb to get, and then you've got the other word together. Now, when you put those two together, it would be something like, okay, I can see we're going to be discussing this on a monthly basis. Is it okay if we get together for lunch? So these may be ways how phrasal verbs are used in leadership. So let's get together for lunch, let's get together for dinner, let's get together for a meeting. Those are some of the phrasal verbs you need to be aware of. And also to refresh ones like put off, postpone, carry out, consist of, follow up, put forward, account for, bring about. There are many, many phrasal verbs used in a business industry. In leadership language as well that you need to refresh or learn or make sure that you're comfortable using, because they could be used in email, in conversations, on the phone, and it's good if you're able to use not just the same two but use a full range of them. Just in summary, we looked at what leadership is, which is basically leading your team by example, possible vocab, qualities that people would expect from you, and qualities that you need to avoid if you're a leader, and questions that may be given to you, which you may be expected to answer as a leader, And grammar. Definitely phrasal verbs would be key to a success for someone who's got English as a second foreign language in leadership. So please find the link for the full lesson next to this video. And I am Leighanne Turner, and today's class is brought to you by Private English Class.